I'm Brylie. I'm Kendall.
I'm Jaclyn.
I'm Collin. We're representing
10 Days to Sacramento.
Howdy folks, I'm Sam Hamilton, Pony Express rider, and that there is Johnny Fry, Pony Express rider, taking the oath to administer to all employees of the Central Overland, California and Pikes Peak Express Company.
I, Johnny Fry, promise to never use profane language, drink no intoxicating liquor, to never fire or quarrel with other employees, conduct myself honestly, and be faithful in all duties to gain the confidence of my employees and God.
Thus began the Pony Express. The year is 1860. Gold had just been discovered in California. With all the influx of people, California had just become a state. In the South was talking succession.
The United States in 1860 was a nation of 30 states, 27 of them which lay east of the Missouri River. The only way to travel these 2,000 miles from Missouri to California was by ship, horseback, covered wagon, or stagecoach.
The growing population in California of businessmen, prospectors, inventors, and farmers were clamoring for faster mail service. And Congress was under pressure with the threat of war to establish faster communication with California.
To ensure its resources and sympathy stay with the Union, the two major mail services at the time were around South America, by ship or by overland stage.
These took from 4 weeks to 3 months. These circumstances opened up the way to the firm of Russell, Majors, and Waddell, who stepped on the stage of history to establish what became known as the Pony Express.
These men were prominent owners of the most profitable freighting company in the West. They were respected for their fairness, trustworthiness, and good judgment.
Let us introduce to you these exceptional men.
Alexander Majors, the trail-wise manager of the firm.
William Waddell. He is responsible for seeing the financial affairs running smoothly.
And William Russell, the optimistic, high-stakes dealmaker of the company returning from Washington, D.C.
About time you got back. What's up with this telegram we received? Pony Express, Sacramento, California. Commencing 3rd of April. Time, 10 days.
Thanks for the hearty welcome. Well, gentlemen, I was approached by Senator Gwynn from California. Now keep in mind, he is the chairman of the committee to establish a mail route from Missouri to California. He said we had been highly recommended as men to establish this pony relay between St. Joseph, Missouri and Sacramento with mail delivery of 10 days. I gave him my word that we recommend to implement this grand endeavor.
Really? You gave your word?
Yes.
I'm not afraid to tell you. I'm very skeptical of this outrageous plan of yours. To carry mail by horseback 2,000 miles across deserts, mountains, and plains, facing blizzards and hostile Indians in 10 days. 10 days.
Russell, I do agree that we have the manpower of 6,000 men employed and 75,000 oxen and home stations already established. But my question is, where's all this money going to come from?
We will have to financially back the project in the beginning.
I knew it.
Now, William, take it easy. Senator Gwynn assured me that we would get the government contract. Besides, the Pony Express will not be a long-term agreement, just until the telegraph lines are run. Plus, with South threatening war, I wholeheartedly believe it is our patriotic duty to keep lines of communication open to the West and help in any way we can to save California for the Union.
Well, we'll have to get busy building more relay stations and supplying them, and buying horses, only the best. The horses are the key to success.
Well then, we'll have to hire station masters and riders, and I'm telling you right now, I'll know those worthless gunslingers hang around town working for me.
Since we're in agreement, let's get busy. We have no time to waste.
Russell, Majors, and Waddell did the unthinkable. In just 2 months, they're ready to step on the stage of history. I began the first legendary ride on April 3rd, 1860 from St. Joseph, Missouri. A crowd was waiting as I threw the Michaela on my horse. Mist, bands, cannons, and excitement-throwing lookers as I jumped on my horse, reared at full height, swung my hat, yelling yippee, and was ready to get on the ferry to carry me across the Missouri and the plains of Kansas.
The race was on.
I rode the first 80 miles from my home station in Seneca, Kansas, where I changed the horse 4 times in 6 hours and 25 minutes. 3 times faster than California mail has ever been carried.
Having the privilege of being their first rider out of Sacramento, I knew there was going to be a test for horse and rider. The roads were ankle deep in mud, and a storm was brewing in the Sierras. But we knew the motto well. Mail first, horse second, and me third. By sheer determination, the mail from the West was delivered in 9 days and 23 minutes.
The Pony Express has made its name in history. Although it only lasted 18 months, it heralded as
the greatest enterprise of modern times. The Pony Express is drawing to a close as the telegraph poles start to dot the horizon.
Let's listen in as Russell, Maters, and Waddell reminisce about the major chimes of the Pony Express.
When General Sumner wrote, "The Pony Express has made a contribution greatly appreciated by California," I felt we'd been right to start the Pony Express.
I know the West was greatly appreciative of receiving the news of Lincoln's election to presidency in record time.
If it weren't for the ponies carrying the news of firing on Fort Sumter, the war could have been raging for 3 months before the West knew anything about it.
Let me remind you of the conspiracy by John B. Floyd, former Secretary of War, was spoiled because of our fast delivery of the message to the governor, stopping those 50,000 muskets he ordered to be sent to Southern conspirators in California that helped save California for the Union.
I would have to say that the greatest accomplishment, in my opinion, was getting Lincoln's inaugural address to the West in 7 days and 17 hours. Lincoln's strong words of encouragement for the preservation of the Union for California's deciding factor to stay in the Union.
It also helped in getting business ventures between the East and West through quickly. And let's not forget the ordinary people that just wanted to hear the news of home and family.
The writers deserve most of the credit. They endured hardships and dangers over each mile they rode, carrying 35,000 letters on 306 trips over a distance of 616,000 miles.
It was a great feat of bravery, adventure, and determination.
The Pony Express accomplished all of us to accomplish and more, only it made no money. Gentlemen, we are so far in debt we can never recover.
God help our families.
The government contract the investors were waiting for never came through.
How could such a remarkable endeavor as the Pony Express, which is, if it never even happened, could have led to a change in the tablet of history, led to these patriotic, honest, and trustworthy men to lose all their hard-earned money and lead to the most tragic events in their lives?
I was leery of this venture from the beginning, for I knew it was my destiny to help my country in its time of need and help secure the Union. I returned to my home in Lexington, Missouri, and never entered business again. I was ashamed to show my face. My wife left me, and my son was killed defending a slave. My home was raided many times. I had to sell my land, for I could not pay my taxes. I died April 1885 at the age of 65.
I tried to go on with my life, but every endeavor I tried was unsuccessful. I moved from town to town. I tried prospecting, and that is where Buffalo Bill Cody found me, alone in an old mining cabin. I had written a book of my time on the frontier in the Pony Express. I am owing to him for taking my book and publishing it after my death. I died alone and was returned to St. Joseph, Missouri for my burial.
It was my fault. I talked them into it. I had to live with that knowledge. I was only 48 years old. How could those who had once heralded me as a great financial wizard now refuse to even see me? I was broken and humiliated. I was reduced from wealth and prestige to living in shabby boarding houses, selling Tixana, a patent medicine that claimed to cure all ills. I could never live down my shame. I was buried in Missouri at the age of 60, alone and destitute.
If one of these men could know the impact they had on American history, or how their legend still lives on today.
The Pony Express ended on October 26, 1861, as a magnetic click of the telegraph replaced the melodious beats of the pony's hooves. In 18 months, the Pony Express had experienced great triumph by delivering mail across the country in just 10 days or less, but ensued great tragedy for Russell, Maters, and Waddell, who lost all their hard-earned earnings out of the patriotic good of our country.
These heroic men of the Pony Express exemplified characteristics of adventure, determination, and the readiness to step up when the need arises.
Patriotism, honesty, and going for your dream is what the historian Frederick Jackson Turner states was the spirit associated with America. May the spirit of the Pony Express live on forever.
In the hearts of all Americans.